Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do the complete the square process and an application of completing the square. So let's start off by looking at what complete the square actually is. So let's say I have this almost square here, all the way around. The whole process of completing the square is to find what this is so that I can complete the square. So if I had, for example, x squared plus 6x, this bigger part would be the x and the x. So if I went x times x, that there would be x squared. Okay? And then let's look at the 6x. That's the tricky part. If I take that 6x, these should be equal parts here, this and this. What I can do with this constant is if I take that constant and divide it into equal parts, I get 3 and 3. So that would be the number that would go here and here. And because this is a plus, they will both be pluses. Okay? So that would give me here 3x. If it will let me, 3x and 3x. So we want to figure out what this right here would be in order to have that square completed. Well, we already know it. It's the 3x and the 3x. So 3 times 3 would be the 9. So the complete the square process is this value that makes my square a perfect square trinomial. So what I would add to x squared plus 6x to make a perfect square trinomial would be a 9. So I'm going to give you the step-by-step process for this. We'll try a couple problems and then we'll apply it to solving an equation. Alright, so the steps for completing the square are, first, you need to make sure there is no constant on the x squared term. If there is a constant, you either need to factor it out or divide everything by that constant. And it really depends on what you're using completing the square for. In our case, we would be using our completing the square to solve a quadratic equation. So we would want to divide everything out. But there are different things where you just need to factor that constant out. Most of the time, though, completing the square process is best when you do not have a constant on your x squared term. All right, the next step. Take the coefficient on the x term and divide it by 2. So after you factor the term on x squared out or divide it out, now you will have x squared plus bx, and you will take that b term and divide by 2. So whatever that is, divide by 2. Alright, step 3,